Hello everyone and welcome back to Vibes. Some of you have left comments, believing that all of that what we have been reviewing in the past few weeks is being done deliberately by the creators behind the scenes. And I do believe likewise. Information about the child abuse and fashion backstage did not come out by an accident. They did turn our heads, just as they intended to. All of what has happened has been placed for us in a specific detail, presented in the plain sight, orchestrated for their agenda, just like we are already aware of existence of such problem, from Hollywood abuse, Disney exploitation, Nickelodeon mishandling, Epstein Island and elites involved, including royal individuals, Pizzagate, Wayfair, and many more. First of all, the entertainment, as we know it, is being created for two main objectives, a mind control and distraction. Mind control is to desensitize us and normalize the topic. Program our brains to be aware that these things will be coming back, and when they do, they won't shock us anymore. I have gathered a lot of points from your comments, which directed me into other sides of this huge problem, and I can see how many people are not letting those things pass their attention, seeing everything in true colors outside this mind-controlling trap. Thank you all for your support, comments, and following. Today, I want to speak with you about R. Kelly. In the past few days, there was some coverage on R. Kelly and his song, Admit It. The story goes that the storage locker containing master copiers of R. Kelly's work has been raided, with all of his work being stolen. This incident took place on February 2022 and now resurfacing with a leak of a song, Admit It. As title says, the song contains a strain of various confessions done by R. Kelly. I am not convinced that this is an accidental leak. I think there may be more to it. Perhaps the owners of the label are trying to benefit from the situation. I may be wrong. Truth is always somewhere in the middle. R. Kelly is already in prison, so why are we supposed to be shocked with this confession? Well, wait and see for yourself, as all of this comes with a twist. Leaks always have certain purpose. Courts in several states in US have allowed prosecutors to introduce rap lyrics written by defendants into criminal trials as evidence of motive and intent, meaning that certain legislation, which is supposed to give legally evidence status for song lyrics, admitting to certain offenses, could be used against the artist as an evidence in form of a confession. Maybe song like Admit It has come to light to manipulate public opinion. We have discussed in the past few weeks how art is being protected. In the same way, music also contains certain elements of expression, which may be used as an evidence against the artist. Sickening art is given a green light to expression of even most controversial displays. Maybe this organized leak plays a role in changing that public opinion and regulations. Time will show. Before I get to the song, for those who don't know, R. Kelly had a multiple allegations made against him for many years. We all remember singer Aaliyah and her infamous marriage to R. Kelly while she was still only a teenager. R. Kelly has perfectly got away with this at the time, being under protection. Why? Because he was needed. He was on top, making amazing music. We must admit his songs are classics of R&B. Years later, when he is 55 years old and no longer needed, all allegations have accumulated against him and resurfaced, leading to 30 years prison sentence. The song may be protected by copyrights, so I will not put it in this video, and due to the protection of our audience and nature of the lyrics, I will only suggest to go on your browser and find Admit It lyrics, which are published everywhere. I will go through the interpretation of some of them. You can find a song circulating on social media. I will go over some things from the song to show you the gravity of its content. R. Kelly says that he has been used by the record label. I am not surprised at all. The money he has been making from his music were accumulated by his handling label at the time, who owned everything that R. Kelly has ever made, while he has been put on display working for everyone else. He has lost everything and was not even able to pay for his rent, while everyone else was benefiting from his success. This issue is being exposed in recent days, how artists and music industry are being ripped off and used. This is what this song tells you in detail. He says due to dyslexia he could not read and could not understand contracts he got himself into. He explains how he found himself comforting by consumption of an alcohol, which then lead to certain immoral acts. He says while fighting for money there was a conspiracy made against him for a purpose to keep him quiet and under control. He admits to acts with both older and younger ladies, questioning how is this a pedophilia. He says, am I supposed to go to jail because of your opinions? Opinions, which according to him were manipulated through a controversy and lies. R. Kelly says he was set up, questioned, and tricked while intoxicated, referring to a situation with Wendy Williams.
So, R. Kelly. And do you remember the night that I told you that Robert called me up at like 11 o'clock at night and was like, come to the studio, I want to talk?
He mentioned about being molested as a child, what has affected him for the rest of his life. Remember the R. Kelly docu-series, Surviving R. Kelly? The show was made about numerous girls living in his house against their will, being kept captive, even kidnapped. He has denied all of this, saying he was being used by parents of those women for financial gains and for the same reason. The same parents then turned their backs against him. HM Newsroom channel is releasing videos proving R. Kelly's innocence, an entire fix-up around him, so you may want to check it out. I will put their link below in description box. The song title should be Deny It rather than Admit It. I feel that many people on socials use certain picked lines from this song and exaggerated them to sound like he admitted something else, taken out of context. When creating a content, we have a duty of avoiding misinformation and make certain clarifications before material is being published. Unfortunately, many content creators will put any overstressed material for a clickbait. In my opinion, there is definitely a problem with R. Kelly, and he has done a lot of immoral things in his life. But at the same time, while he was trying to gain rights to his own music, he has ended up in prison. He was under their umbrella of protection until he became rebellious and thrown under the bus of his questionable acts. I do believe R. Kelly says some truth in this song, as it absolutely makes sense. He blames his childhood experiences and how he is being mistreated by his management during him making best-selling music. Does that explain predatory behavior? Absolutely not. But do you think R. Kelly has been involved in everything put out against him, or is it a fix-up to keep him quiet? Many celebrities in the same position as him were silenced, put in mental institute, rehab, conservatorship, prison, or end up like Whitney, Prince, Michael Jackson. You get the picture. I mean, Ghislaine Maxwell has been given 20 years in prison sentence, despite being involved in one of the most horrifying sex trafficking operations in history. None of the people involved was ever called out to stand. Is R. Kelly really much worse than that? Something is definitely off in his case, and maybe the song plays a role of attempting to set this record straight. Let me know your thoughts on this topic in the comments below.
All you have to do is push a button on your phone. R. Kelly did this to me. They're trying to kill me. People betray me, and I keep forgiving them. Their mothers and fathers told me, we're gonna destroy your career. I have been buried alive.